do in 30, 60, 90 days, because I've seen thousands and thousands of people doing it. But I can tell you what's going to happen if you don't do it. You're going to turn out like these other people saying, oh, dementia's on the rise, mental health is on the rise. That is BS. What's on the rise is sedentary thinking, poor foods, EMF. That's what's on the rise. And the byproduct is mental health, dementia, Alzheimer's. When I was a kid, my family originally were from Ireland, but they relocated to Iowa, they're farmers. All my relatives lived in their 90s. Not one of them. I never remember one relative having dementia or Alzheimer's, ever, growing up. It didn't exist. Every once in a while, maybe somebody would be crazy they thought they got older. It didn't exist because it wasn't part of the lifestyle. It's our lifestyle that's killing us. So what do we have to change? Our lifestyle. BrainTap is a piece of your lifestyle. It is, when that doctor said, do I have to do the rest of my life? No, you can continue to atrophy and die. Or you can do something about it today. That's the question you have to ask yourself. You can pretend you didn't hear this. You can take the blue pill and go right back to doing whatever you want to do, or you can take the red pill with me and realize that you have a choice. You can change your reality by changing your physiology, your psychology, and your energy one day at a time. I want to show you. So this is a study, and I can go through all. We can get to these studies if you want. But this is a nursing study, because I think the medical profession, one of the things I know, my grandma was a head nurse at the hospital, my aunts were nurses, and what they went from very thin, attractive people to very overweight, stressed out, miserable people within 15 years. Because they kept giving to everybody else without giving to themselves. You can't give to everybody else without giving. You can see what happened when they did the study. And that's pretty significant. That was only 6 weeks. They only did it 3 times a week. If you only do it, you can do it 3 times a day. And I'm going to share with you why. This is one that might impress you, because we were asked by Julia Art, she does peak performance study for Google and Microsoft. We were working with the top 1%ers. These are the top 1% of Google. And they wanted to stop them. In 2021, they were having burnout. They got to go home during COVID. Then they went back into the pressure cooker. They said, I don't want to do that anymore. I quit. They didn't want to lose these guys. They said, what's going on? I said, well, give me 20 minutes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I guarantee you they will not have burnout. They go, what are they going to do? I said, we're going to let them take a nap using BrainTap. And at first the programmer said, no, we're going to do that. We can't give you 20 minutes. That's valuable because they only get paid while they're working. Guess what? The statistics show 26% increase in performance. By taking 20 minutes off a day, they actually got 1 day more work done. By taking a 20-minute break. 1 day, more than 1 day's work. So if you have a business right now and you want to get more work out of your players, your people in your business, give them a 20-minute break on BrainTap. We call it a brain break. Why give them a coffee break? It's going to give them a synthetic lift. When you give them a brain break, it gives them a real lift. It gives them energy. Look at the other side benefits. Stress levels decrease 25%, depression down. These people didn't know they were clinically depressed. We don't take the PONS test. Every one of them could have been on SSRIs. They were all clinically depressed. They didn't know it. They thought they were, because they gave up their life for their business. You can't do that. I just want to show you what happened when we applied. We were just in Italy. We were opening up Italy as well. We were there at one of the colleges that we were working with. And I want to see what happened to me. And so I was in Madrid. We were sitting in the lounge. And so I took out the HRV in my NeuroChat and I measured myself. When I left the United States, my stress level was at 76. That's in a good range. Yellow is sympathetic. I'm getting a little excited. I'm getting on an airplane. Green is parasympathetic. Red is neurohormonal. When I fly there, look at my stress goes to 109 when I land there, just a few hours later. And then you can see how the different regulates. This ANS, this 128, this is the most important factor in your health and nervous system. How fast do you change? There's a boxer named Mike Tyson, you might have heard of him before, he's a boxer. And when he says, everybody has a plan until they get hit. You have a plan until you get hurt, or until you get ill, until something happens to you. You have to take care of that now. So this is how fast your nervous system changes. Anything above 145 in this metric, you're changing too slowly. We have a medical doctor in Florida, he's an emergency room doctor, that's scored a 3,000 there. He was getting ready for a heart attack. Because that's where a heart attack is a sudden change in event that your heart cannot take. If your nervous system is functioning correctly, you can take those sudden change events. But if your nervous system is locked, you can't. So what happens? I land, this is what I got, I do my BrainTap, whoa, I'm right back to where I was. 20 minutes later. Why would I want to stay in that state? It's going to take me 72 hours. They call that jet lag. I don't have jet lag. God could have, last time I was here, Vishal and the team had me scheduled for 6 meetings in a row. I just landed after 35 hours of flying. Oh, got some work for you to do. So what? I'm ready because my body's ready. Because I can go to the hotel and say, just give me 20 minutes, go do a BrainTap session, and I'm ready. And I work all day. I don't get jet lag. I fly over 50 times a year. Jet lag is for losers who don't realize we have technology that can fix it. It's light lag, by the way. It's not jet lag. Because the light from the sun is telling my body what to do. And if I move across the country, my body doesn't know what to do because it thinks I'm here. This body doesn't know. I just got in an airplane, flew 500 miles an hour, 3,000 miles. And then I landed and goes, my cells are going, what just happened? I already got this code back then. What's going on? It's the wrong codes. My body's not getting the right information. This is my, the top level, that's my neurology and my, what we call our neurotransmitters. So I went from 84 to 68. My metabolic rate is 276 down to 218. These aren't bad. Most people we see, your metabolism, People magazine said that I was featured in it. I was featured in it because we took people, and we used to have weight loss clinics, 108 of them in America. And what happened was, they asked us, have you ever helped somebody take half their weight off and keep it off more than 5 years? We sent them over 100 people. We could have sent them 1,000. And we didn't have a diet program. Because it's not what you're eating, folks. It's what's eating you. Your liver holds sugar, something like sugar in the liver. And as soon as you have a stress response, guess what? The liver dumps it into the bloodstream, and you run away from that saber-tooth tiger. But now we don't have saber-tooth tigers anymore. We have cell phones. And the average person looks at their cell phone 300 times a day. And if you think life is a stress, that's what's going to happen. You're going to start dumping that sugar on the liver. Now what happens is that sugar, your body has to produce fat in the form of what's called insulin, a fat storage hormone. The body produces insulin to produce fat that now stores the sugar to protect you from having toxemia. So that stress response causes the metabolism to go down because you can't burn that energy. You can't burn enough energy. You know what 25 grams of sugar looks like? That's 5 tablespoons of sugar. That's like eating a Snickers bar. But you didn't get to enjoy it. It got dumped into your system. It can happen 300 times a day.